Good morning. Here we are with all this wintergreen. It's kind of fallen over a little bit. We had a lot of rain, heavy rain yesterday, so it's kind of fallen over. One thing I did discover is, here's, look at the Joe Pye weed before we go on. The butterflies, monarchs, and yellowtail and Viceroy, they all like the Joe Pye weed. Okay, here we are with the wisteria, and I discovered that I have a little bloom in there. Isn't that pretty? Let's go open up more. And there was one down here too. Let's see right here. It doesn't, maybe I missed it before, but maybe it only had those two little things on it. So that's that. There's the milkweed. A lot of the milkweed fell over also in the rain, but won't really do anything with that because the tops of it will just start heading upright if they don't pop back up on their own. And I have seen some little evidence, it looks like maybe, but I have not seen any frass, or which is their droppings, and I have not seen any little cats as they're referred to. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. I did a couple years ago, when I found them, put them in an enclosure. Did that for a couple years, but that's kind of hard to keep up with, getting them their leaves and stuff for their day. And you can't go away, and I do like to go away. I like to go visit my sister in the Adirondack area. There is a lady that lives in my county, and she has 40 little cats that she's raising, and she has quite the good little system of giving them their leaves daily, and she keeps them protected. She has quite a good little system. She's been doing it for 7 years, and she really does a good job. There's some orange echinacea. I've had this plant for several years, and it doesn't seem to be getting really much bigger. And here's my regular daisies. I have a lot of wild daisies. These are daisies plant that I purchased, and now I had a little bit of trouble getting here this year, but I see quite a few little pieces, so maybe it's going to be bigger next year. I have to do some weeding and mulching. And here is, I think this is French hollyhock, which is not the hollyhock that I thought I was purchasing, but they're very dainty, and I think I read somewhere that this is, no, I'm not quite sure about what I was going to say. I think I got that mixed up with another plant. I have coral bells in here somewhere. These are all Russian daisies. They'll be blooming probably probably August, but they can get 6 to 10 feet tall, and they're very fragrant. To me, they smell like cocoa. And there's hostas in here. The milkweed are growing up in the hostas, so if I divide up any hostas, I'm going to have to make sure there isn't any milkweed roots in there. The milkweed are now in this front area. They're in the front on the other side, but in this area, so I just try to keep it out of the main lawn, so I usually cut it. There's some more echinacea and other hosta. These are more white. I don't know, they originated from the same group, so I don't know why one is white, more white, and the other's more lavender, other than different dirt maybe. And here's my favorite white echinacea. It appeared a few years ago. I really like that. Very color, stand out. Here comes the traffic. See, I live by the road, so there's lots of traffic. These are a hosta. They're an August lily. We'll see if they have any flowers. Primrose is been and gone. There's the chokeberry. There's a little snail cleanup crew. There's comfrey I planted in a tree stump. And let's see, I wanted to go up here. There's a lot of wild grapevine that are a good deterrent for Japanese beetles. They seem to devour that instead of devouring my plants. See what the Japanese beetles do to a leaf. So these little guys, I don't know what they are. And I wanted to come up here. I saw these the other day. There's the big trucks coming, but these are thistle. Now, so I let them grow because they're kind of the thistle. I think I've read it before, but I recently read it again that they used to be grown as a crop in Skaneateles, New York area, because they were used in the wool industry for carding wool. So that's a good reminder of some of these plants that people find annoying really years ago had good purpose. There's more group echinacea. And on the end to the left of that is a lilac that I put in, and then I think it's a poplar that keeps getting chewed off. And there's I believe that's Joe Pieweed near my peony. That peony and this peony are supposed to be black peonies, but they still have not had any blooms. Here, I want to show these. These are regular wild daylilies, but they may have cross-pollinated at some point with some frilly frilly daylilies that I have. And so these are kind of like a double bloom. Very pretty, very unusual for a wild. Here comes a truck. Sorry. Very busy route. It's supposed to be 40-mile-an-hour zone. Ha ha. I think they go their own speed. Some slow down and then just blow their Jake brake, and they're not supposed to do that. But anyways, oh, here's the trees. All wet. Wet. So the sun is supposed to come out later today. See, it's such a nice, beautiful canopy. And the hawthorn that I showed on previous video, they're a shorter tree, considered an understory. There's the canopy for the walnuts. So here's amongst the tall grass. I really like the hawthorn because they have such a, like I've said before, an interesting branches. They doing a good job. So that's about it. There's more comfrey that I've put here. There's one over there. But the comfrey's really good because it has a really long root system that goes deep down and brings up a lot of nutrients up out of the ground that regular plants don't get. So then if you chop off the mullein and mulch it around plants, it helps as they decompose all the nutrients are being able to be used by your plants. And that's it. So this will be the end. I hope you have a good day. This is Thursday, July 30th. And here's a little tune that everybody can sing. It'll help your immune system, and it's fun to sing. You can swing your arms and jump up and down and stand up on your toes and then down. It goes like this. I'm so happy, I'm so well. Every single cell in my body is well. I'm so happy, I'm so well. Every single cell in my body is well. And I'm doing better and better every day. So I've seen it different, little bit different versions. You can find them on Instagram, on Facebook, and I've seen people do tapping where they tap their forehead. I'm so happy, I'm so well. Every single cell in my body is well. And you go down to your chest, to the thymus area. I'm so happy, I'm so well. Every single cell in my body is well. And you go down to your navel. I'm so happy, I'm so well. Every single cell in my body is well. And that's it. Maybe you should try it. Have a great day.